Life Equals Friday is a podcast launch where four dudes talk about their career stories and how they're going into it, business, tech, and entrepreneurship. Warning: this podcast contains explicit language, and anything said or done here is for entertainment and informational purposes only. Please kindly do not take it personally. It's all for good fun and it's all jokes. Right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet? Welcome to another Last Week of Friday episode. Yeah, today we really don't have too much of an agenda to get we're tired. First of all, according to the guys who watch football, Euros is boring. So, and I didn't have enough time to come up with what to talk about as usual as I do. If you ever enjoy this podcast, just know it's my doing, not my doing per se. My hand is deep inside the doing. As you know, let me just go straight to the introduction. First of all, to get started, me, founder and CEO, was podcasting, motherfuckers. I'm the one supreme leader, basically. Why you laugh, sir? I'll move on to Musa Obed. Your favorite analyst, your favorite philosopher. First of all, your favorite philosopher, and then macro and economics analyst, basically.
I
Then you
tell
have
you, the philosopher, all these other things does not, or the other ones does not matter. Philosopher, full stop.
okay, you've heard his voice. The motherfucker is a philosopher. Yeah. Funny
Egorp,
thing that yesterday
can we
night.
try something? Can you do one episode where you don't curse? Is that possible?
Yes, that's possible. Let's do that this episode. I won't cause this episode.
If you curse, thank you.
Why will I give you 10K?
No, like if you curse in the episode, you give each of us 10K. But if you don't curse in the episode, each of us will give you
That's
10K.
the fucking price to pay. Sorry,
Wait.
that's too much of a price to pay.
Each of us will give you 10K if you don't curse. But if you curse, you give each of us 10K.
Let's agree to this term. I swear, let's agree to this term. And let's define one cursing.
What?
You
What's
get
the deal?
10K.
Come again.
So
you all will get
if Egorp swear for this episode, like in course, he will give each of us 10K.
Say the things that means curse. Because I can say bitch. Bitch is not cursing now.
This guy is deep into all of that package. That's the starter pack. All of those is categorized as curse. Anything that is vulgar and you have to put explicit to this podcast for is considered as that. So those are the terms.
I said, let's make it 20K. I feel like 20K, he's willing to sacrifice that. Let's make it 20K. So if he fucks up, he loses.
People with money are making deals.
You can't hear
like you guys are making deals without considering the pockets of others. So I say, let's make it 20K.
Please,
let's make it 20K.
Genius, your mic. Check that is connected to the right tunnel, I beg.
Oh,
and then
give me a second. Let me check. Damn.
Musa, what did you say define curse again? Fuck you, bitch, bastard. Which one?
All of that. It's curse.
That's too big. Yeah, and I know. That's too big. You can't say all of that.
Does it sound better now?
Yeah. So the only thing you're allowed to you can say shit, that's okay. But any other thing, like no F word, no B word.
I said let's raise the stakes and make it 20.
No MF. No MF.
Egorp, let's make it 20K each.
20K each.
Yeah.
So I'm about to make 60K this night.
Not today. 20. If we make it 20K to be 2 straight episodes, higher risk, higher reward.
No, let's stick to 10K first. And let's do the next episode. If I win this episode, you can make your money back next week. So,
Shego, are you game?
Are you game, Shego?
I mean, it's just 10K.
Bill Shego. Okay. Bill Shego.
All right.
I'm down to make 10K tonight.
Egorp, again, let me tell you the terms and condition. Should you say F, B, F, any of these three? Should you say that?
No, he's only allowed to say shit. According
Exactly.
to your
Exactly.
And
The
nigga.
only,
I can say nigga now.
nigga, yeah, you can say nigga. The only vulgar word you can say is nigga and shit.
Is shit.
Every other thing is not allowed.
if you
If
do
you-
so,
How
you're
many
losing
strikes? How
30k.
many strikes do I have?
You don't have any,
No
like, bro, you
strike.
say one, you're out. If you say it, you give each of us 10k.
Uh-huh.
If not, if you don't, we will give you 10k each.
All right. I think those terms align well with my current financial status. I'm making money from you guys at this point. I can either make 30k this night and tell me when do I get my money, because I don't want somebody to tell me I'll pay you next year.
Do you want it
Because,
as a 2-episode thing or what?
No. You
No, now.
go. Whoever wins, you get paid after the episode today. ASAP.
All right then. Let's go
So
then.
if you lose, calm down. If you lose, your transfer the enter before 1 a.m.
I know one here. Oh,
Uh,
guy, I beg now, guy.
My Kuda hand, your Kuda no the hand. Like,
My access no they work. I beg you.
Usually my access no dey work, but I feel you sharp. No,
How
let us-
access? No to get access.
they lack access sometimes. So let's go, people. You all heard it. If they don't give my money, you guys know. But yeah, to get started with today's episode, really don't have much to say.
Lagos. Let's start with Lagos.
All right, yes, let's start with Lagos. There's a meme. You see the meme on Twitter. I say meme. Yeah, it's meme. I
Meme,
made it sound
yeah.
like a
Meme.
meme. Meme.
Uchin.
Guys, meme I call it now. Like it's a meme. Okay, there's a meme. Or there's a meme.
I'm sure those guys for that side now go hear you say meme. They go think say na meme. Everybody go follow you say meme.
Or you can say meme.
Fun fact. I've known this boy since 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And he has been saying meme since then. We've corrected this bastard for 12 years. Now, my boss said, Egorp, say mirror.
just look at all the.
Wait,
God.
Mirror.
Egorp, say mirror. Say mirror.
Mirror. It's mirror now. It's mirror now. What do you call it?
You are saying narrow with an M.
He has not changed since.
It's mirror. Mirror. Mirror guy.
You will say you've never heard him say mirror before.
Oh, chill. I told you.
That's so now for GS2, why they were like, please, where's my mirror? Me, I know they get mirror now, no more. Me, I survived that year. How many things I feel on my property? Pass the mirror. I say pass the what? He say mirror.
Nah.
Egorp, now your guys.
No, I know. Those closest to you. It has to be them. Nobody else. Anyway, guy, Lagos flood there. I don't really know, but I know that this happens every year. Like, it happens every year where they have this flood issue back to back. And to be honest, like, I don't know why people see glamour, and at this point, when people will now be like, oh, Lagos is shit, Lagos is this. Oh, God. Lagos is shit, Lagos is this, you know. But then they still go back to live in Lagos. Like, they still have their life there. They still, I don't understand, man.
Where you want me to go?
If,
Ibadan, Ogun State, those are places now.
But Egorp is asking the right questions because of the Lagos. The suffering is not what you are getting for an average Nigerian. You feel me? So what I'm trying to say, you always say that there's opportunity in Lagos, but you go to Lagos and realize it's more expensive than Abuja. It's not as if they pay significantly more. So as an average person that is trying to figure out your way, why Lagos? It's a very honest question. Is it because of Likesh like talking about Lagos? I'll be waiting.
It's because that's where the entertainment is, my guy. That's where life is happening.
Which life? It is swim from Monday to Friday. It is not life.
It's part of Olympics. It's part of the Olympics, my guy.
You're living the good life.
They're exercising is a sport.
Every
That's
time
why
we
that
talk, they be like, I like Lagos. I love Lagos. Lagos is the
yes, no.
place. Lagos is
You
this.
know, let's first start from different types of careers. In terms of careers, now we have
Sorry. I just need to say something. We might break 2 records today. That Egorp does not curse, and that Shego might talk the most in the podcast. Go ahead.
That'll be good.
my
That'll be good.
fans. So, like, for the career part, we have the HK babes, and that's where the Lagos ballers pay more, right? So that one is there. Then people want to be part of like the social media lifestyle and everything, and that's happening in Lagos. In Abuja, nobody really gives a fuck about you. So when you go to Lagos now, I don't know, they just have a way of like getting in that space. If you really want to be that kind of person, Lagos is the place to be and stuff. Odumodu's, I think his first breakthrough came from Lagos as well. So that's why many people just want to be in Lagos so that they can like experience that
Propaganda,
lifestyle.
political
Even
propaganda.
if you take the case of Sabinus as well, when he was in whatever the fuck place he was, the guy did not blow. He was so slim, and when he came to Lagos, he suddenly became fat. So it happened in Lagos. So I don't know. That's why. Sha.
No be
That's
PH
what
wey
I
the guy
think.
did originally.
What?
No be
He was
PH.
in PH now. That's his spot. He was in PH.
He shot the way in the sofa, and he came to Lagos and his life changed.
So the reason I'm saying this is like I feel this thing is propaganda. Is Lagos government propaganda.
What is propaganda?
It's just like the same idea of bringing people to your country as
What?
tourists.
Wait first. What is propaganda?
See. What my open dictionary now, sharp, but man, no for my own.
No. I mean, like, like? Is it that the Lagos is like a good place? Is that what you mean? That is propaganda?
I'm trying to use the reason why they are doing that is to bring more people. The more people, the higher the GDP,
What
the
is
higher the
that?
application.
I'm trying to understand where.
Now, the propaganda came in when we were young. You wouldn't notice it from Africa Magic and from we goes to school. They always find success in Lagos in all these stories.
Now, like,
Naturally, while growing up, your mind, what?
Nollywood for the past now, Enugu. I can't pop on for Enugu and Anambra.
They not blow for Enugu Anambra, even for Akin and Popo film. Now Lagos they go to blow. I'm talking the movies, the plots, the books, everything. Always Lagos is the center.
No, categorically no, because they go to the city. So if you dey village, you go enter city.
See, Lagos is not the only city, but in all these things, what I'm trying to say, there was a common city, Lagos.
Here we go again.
It's not here we go again. It's conspiracy now, guy. That's what I bring to this pod, guy.
Conspiracy theorist is here again.
But see, if you are a political godfather and you want to bring business and light to your place, what is the thing to do? The thing to do is to make the place sound lucrative. It's sounding lucrative will bring people with their businesses, their ideas, everything, and then to increase government allocation when it's time for budgeting, which you can steal more. So how do you do this? No. Do you think they use their allocation for shit? The last time Lagos was well planned was during military rule. You have to be honest. If you
God.
let's check it out now. Lagos has some very good city planning structures. Maybe for a 1960s or 1970s. But for now, it's kind of outdated. Like if you look at this place, First Stack sewage system is better than Abuja sewage system on the most part. But what did they do with it? Dog shit. Now everywhere is black on the ground because they stole the money that was meant to be used to develop the thing. So Lagos had pool, but there was a point in time that Lagos became shitty. And I personally believe the propaganda started to
this guy they sound like Biafra advocates, Lucky.
anything tribe here. I'm not bringing any now. See this Musta guy.
What do you have to say? You are laughing a lot. Speak.
I said Egorp is not talking again.
Yeah.
Egorp really wants that 30K.
Sapa the home, my guy.
Nah. You guys are not good.
So what are your thoughts, Egorp, about like what we would like to hear your opinions as to the first tag. Like it was black as what, please?
Just black, man. Just black.
I said, Egorp sounds defeated.
I am defeated, bro. It's like you took a part of me and I couldn't find back. Man, it was black,
Just be
man.
yourself, bro.
I'm being
Be
myself.
yourself.
I'm
The
being
free.
myself.
This is a free space, open space.
Yeah. By the way, the fourth episode of These Are the Issues is out, and it was called A Safe Space. But this ain't one, bro.
Is it the one where they asked to get babes about as per like what do you want to know about relationships?
Yeah. The asked babes what they want to know about relationship and about boys general, about guys, and then they were answering the questions. So
Wait, so I don't approve of that. Why did they cast guys?
nah, they're just asking now, just answering basically.
No,
I
I
don't.
know which kind of was that? Why did they give teas now? No be so.
But Egorp, I've not listened to the episode yet. What is the weirdest question that you heard?
Explain post-nut clarity.
That's actually a good question. Because I don't think a woman can understand.
No woman
Like,
can understand
that
explaining
moment,
things.
that's for them to explain, Sha.
I swear, bro. I want to hear the explanation because that's in
The link to their episode is in the description.
Egorp, I'm sure you loved the episode, especially that question.
Nah, I like okay. So to be honest, it was a good conversation that they had. Me, I was just scared as per like, let them not go overboard with the conversation because having those kind of conversations is tricky. Where you're like, oh, this is a woman's role or a man's role. That's the kind of questions you should ask. It's very tricky because if you say too much, you
Why
are
is it
probably sound. If you say too much, you start sounding like a misogynist, and
who's a misogynist?
And you a CMO.
Who is a misogynist?
No, but the thing about it is that like, one thing I was happy to
Egorp has
listen
called
to.
every tribe of woman bitch on this podcast, but on somebody else's podcast. Now you care about J time. You decrease.
Yeah. The thing about it is that see, I like the way it has them handle the conversation because even though it felt at a point it felt like oh more this guys me tip over I like just say something that I don't know if that will come backlashing, but they did handle it well, and it was a nice conversation to listen to. So yeah, but I don't know how to explain post not clarity. If a woman asks me, I'll just be like, just wait. When the Holy Spirit comes on you, and then you realize something new about yourself, something like that. It's not it, but it can be similar, but it can never be it. That's the closest way I can explain it.
Have the Holy Spirit ever
Musa?
come on you?
Musa, now Egorp David they talk today.
Oh.
No be David Egorp.
No be drones.
No be Joe's guy.
Oh my
Abeg, come
God.
back, abeg. Egorp, abeg, come
I'm
back.
back.
Egorp
back.
Holy Spirit.
We know that this podcast with you
So
now.
all it took is
Egorp,
30K for Egorp to become religious.
Man, these niggas.
Egorp,
Wow.
you sold yourself for 30K, man.
I don't mind. I don't mind, man. I don't
30
mind.
pieces of silver
Just
cane.
shaking us like that Egorp for 30K. Oh God,
I don't mind.
dude.
There's one thing I know is that nobody can shame me from being poor. I am poor.
Wait,
Thank you.
what?
What?
Send my account number is in the description. Send me money. God bless.
You are begging Egorp.
I am begging on my podcast. My company needs funding, but I'm not giving you equity.
You remember that picture where Shego said to us, really the babe was like, I'm just at work. Would you like to send me lunch?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I go block
How-
all that there.
Let's get into our week because we don't really have like any tech topics. So how was you guys?
Okay, I actually have one conversation. I think we should talk about it. So Moneypoint just released a report about like businesses, right? I think it's very interesting. Since we don't even really have anything that I want to focus on, let's talk about this. Let me share the screen.
Yeah, Prince, take it slow, my guy.
Hunger won't kill me for this place, guy. Jesus.
What are you eating, Chris?
Hey, stop.
God
Bread,
is
peanut
good.
butter, plantain.
God, peanut butter and plantain. Why are you so? That's
Bread, peanuts, butter, and plantain, guy. For me.
colonized.
My guy.
You. They have colonized you back, man.
Bro.
Okay, can you see it?
Pursue with this spin the time. Aye.
Yeah, you can expand it a bit.
So look, small businesses that is part of, that like their customers, right? So they analyze their internal data on over 200 million businesses across Nigeria that signed up on Moneypoint between 2019 and 2024. So this data is between like customers that signed up 2019 and 2024 February. And they removed users that signed up as, I don't know what CICO agents are, but like CICO agents. Now, what is CICO agents? Let's check. Is a platform leveraging on the most distributed retail footprint of financial services providers. Oh, cash in and cash out. Okay. Okay. So they did not consider cash in and cash out agents.
That's
and
POS now, basically.
Yeah, so they use data exclusively from exactly POS guys. So they use data exclusively from business owners.
That was actually smart.
Yeah, because those guys will skew your data, especially because of that during the election period and that money scarcity period. Anyways, business owner survey, they also like spoke to small business owners in the informal economy. The business owners were like from across like different states in Nigeria. They also conducted street interviews based on their internal data and survey. They spoke with some business owners to obtain additional context on their experiences, and then publicly available data. They also, like use publicly available data.
95.
Yeah, those 95 guys, those 95 kind of guys. And Egorp, you remember that our podcast on the evening Dew whereby I spoke to Okay, it's not yet out, but like I spoke. Well, you have the audio. I spoke to.
It's coming out tomorrow now. Is it Victor?
No. The one with ADSR with peace. The
Oh,
conversation
okay.
had
It's coming out next
So we
week.
had
Next.
what?
It's coming out next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend. So I had a conversation with
Let
like
me
a
let me give you
head of
precisely on the 13th. So because anybody can listen to this episode anytime. So it's coming out on the 13th. If you're listening to this after 13th of July 2024, it's already out.
Okay.
Yes.
So technically, yeah. So I spoke to Pete, the one that I did like on that they had the data on the economy, like that we're talking about jobs in Nigeria, like the whole what's it called? The whole
shooting the goalpost.
Labor, like then 34 to 44 years old consists of 28.9% of the informal economy, and then of course like 45 to 54-year-olds consist of 10.1%, and then 55 to 64-year-olds consist of 2.8% of the informal economy. So technically speaking, like from 24 to 44 is like the peak place that guys are in the informal economy, right? Oh, Chim, we have one more year, bros. Or she'll go upstairs. She'll go upstairs.
From when to when?
No, like, 18 to 24 is just 44 points. Before you enter the bulk of the informal economy age. Anyways, so let's go to like the by location now. So if you distribute, they also like provided, again, we're using Moneypoint's data point like base, right? But I think that Moneypoint has like 2 million guys registered on them, so I think they are credible to, when we're talking about, when they are talking, I think we should listen because it's a good representation. I don't know, but I think this particular location thing might be skewed, right? And like the users also might be skewed, in my own opinion. Why do I think so? I think so because like I think Moneypoint is more present in southern Nigeria than any other place. Like in southern Nigeria, and then like in northwest consists of 12.8%. The southeast consists of 13.2%. The south consists of 19.9%. The southwest consists of 15.6%, and then southwest plus Lagos consists of 30.8%. Now the thing, like, I think Kano is northwest. No, does anybody know?
If you don't know.
Yeah, Kano is northwest. I was right. Because like Kano is literally like, when you're talking about business in the north, bro, it's Kano, right? And the northwest consists of 12.2%. So I don't know, like I have interesting thoughts around that. Anyway, this is distribution by location. And then when you now look at what's the
so we have a question. So the figures in the distribution by location, Does one consist of one user? Is that the way it
Business
is?
owner.
One business owner. Okay. So it's not by
Yeah.
volume, it's by number of businesses.
Yeah, so they did a survey across, so they have 2 million customers, Moneipoint, right? And then what they did, according to their methodology, was to ask, so they excluded all these POS guys from those 2 million. So again, we don't know what the number of the POS guys is in Moneypoints, right? But I'm assuming compared to money business owners, it might be like marginal. So they only ask business owners, people that actually have businesses.
So what consists a business owner? Is it the branch that makes it part of that part, or it is the place you first registered the business?
Probably like CAC registration or something like that now, or
Okay,
even not
most
even
likely
CAC.
CNC registration. Okay.
I don't know. I'm assuming like we don't
Yeah,
know. The report
because
does
it's
not.
actually a right question, but it's funny that they don't put it out there. Like you get the
I mean, they're still a private business at the end of the day. I don't think they'll disclose all that information, because it might like I don't just it
mm,
might affect them as a business.
because Chinedu will get container. He get shop for Aba. He get shop for Lagos. He get shop- so does he consist as plenty users, or it is the place that he first got the app? Or but then
It's
again, it's
I can
just
we can actually find a money points person to talk to on the evening job about this report. So if you remind me, I'll try and put that. I'll try and ensure that works out. Like to talk to somebody on the evening due about this particular
so our
part.
listeners, you can just text it if you want more of that in the evening do.
You know,
Yes.
this is not a fair deal where a
How is
guy
it not-
just shuts the fuck up and is not saying anything to avoid being
I'm
billed.
telling you, this is not fair.
how is it
Egorp,
not a fair deal?
okay,
Like,
be fair. Egorp has not said anything since I'm almost
what do you mean
halfway.
about what about Musa is talking? I don't want to interrupt Musa now. What do you mean?
Okay.
Egorp, you are the moderator. Moderate.
Sorry.
Okay, if we
I
look at
want
like the informal economy by sector based on Money Points report, right? 24% consists of the retail and what they term as general, whatever that means. Then like 13.4% consists of food and drinks. So I'm guessing like your canteen woman, your canteen man. Then 8.1% consists of fashion. Beauty and personal consists of 6.1.9%. Agriculture consists of 6.2%. IT and electronics consists of 6.1%. Construction consists of 4.3%. Education consists of 4.1%. Professional services 4%. Casual use 3%. Art and creative 2.9%. Healthcare 2.8%. Oil and gas 2.7%, and then others is 11%. So that's the distribution by sector. Um, and then the distribution by value, I'm guessing what they mean here is by like the money they generate. Retail and general consist of 38.4%, and then food and drinks consist of 15.2%. So technically speaking, the informal economy is largely driven from retail and food and drinks. It consists of 50% of the informal economy, according to Moneypoint. Um Okay, then let me just go to like the stuff that I really want to show you guys that got my attention. Okay, yeah. So here it's okay. I think they express it better in another graph. I really don't. Okay, no. In the
Musa,
report
go
it's here.
straight to the point. Hmm?
Yeah, this is the point I want to make. The informal, so the profits that, which was what even made me interested in like reading the report, which is according to them, in figure 12b, informal economy by monthly profits, right? So 79.4% of the businesses in the informal economy make between 0 to 250,000 naira in profits per month. 10.3% make between 251,000 naira to 500,000 naira in profit per month. 6.6% make between 501,000 naira to 1 million naira in profit per month. 2.3% make between 1 million naira and 2.5 million naira in profit per month. And then people that make above 2.5 million naira in profit per month are only 1.3% of those in the informal economy.
Remind us about the age group in the informal economy again.
So the age group distribution is I think I see where you're going. So 20 18 to 24-year-olds make up 14.4% of the informal economy by age. 25 to 34-year-olds make up 43.1% of the informal economy. 35 to 44-year-olds make up 28.9% of the informal economy. 45 to 54-year-olds make up 10.1% of the informal economy. 55 to 64-year-olds make up 2.8% of the informal economy, and 65-year-olds and above make up 0.7% of the informal economy. So thoughts. This is the bottom line, guy. Anybody when they do business for informal economy, this is your bottom line. It gives you perspective as to I think make I just do one myself.
But there's also context though.
There's also what?
Context. The context here is money laundering.
Who is this guy?
See,
Okay,
guy,
explain first. Explain.
Okay, let me explain. So, to our listeners, I always bring in the heat, these things. I cannot believe data sets because Nigeria, like I popularly call it, is a Ponzi scheme with a flag and no border. Yes, I know national anthem too. So, as a business,
You wine our heroes past.
What?
You wine our heroes past.
Heroes past thief.
You wait thief the future for the past, the Chris. I beg. So, how taxation works in the world today is they tax businesses on their profits. So, if I have a business of selling ceramic tiles, I will buy a car for myself and call it my business vehicle. I will go and buy better AMG for my wife, buy better Corolla for my pikin. All these things, I'm not paying tax on them. They are straight from business money. They're not even part of my salary, simply because I'm trying to reduce the profits by increasing the expenses. So it's possible that
why will you do that? Why will you reduce your profits, increase your expenses?
So you reduce the tax you pay now.
Avoid paying tax.
The tax that government will carry. So let's say, for example, let me break it down. You have 10 million naira, and they say the tax percent is like 30% tax. That means in reality, I meant to pay 3 million to government, but your profit was 10 million. I meant to pay 3 million to government. I will go and buy AMG. I will go and rent house and talk say, or buy land and say that it is future property for company. I'll go and rent house and say everything can be accounted for. And because Nigeria is such a beautiful place, you can even give somebody, they can even research yourself, nobody to buy them better suya and something and give them a good time. Nobody will look into it. So it's possible that the jagabans that are making stupid money, obviously, there's only so much you can do to reduce profits. But it's possible that things are heavily understated. Because the fact I'm saying it means it's being done. We all know this. So I love my country.
I love this game.
This mass that Moneipoint did they do it after tax or before tax or just total revenue?
They work for Moneipoint.
That data analyst here now, like you should know. That's what I'm asking you.
Okay, again, I can only answer this question based on the methodology, what they are provided for us in the methodology, right? And based on what we know in the methodology, again, how did they get this data? Which is why, I read the methodology first before I even started any other thing. 2 million people are part of their customers, and they use the data of 2 million people. So another thing is that we should not consider that they used all the 2 million people. That would be overstating it, right? But amongst the 2 million customers that they have, from 2019 to February 2014, they use their data. So again, we do not know particular. So this is technically a 5-year data period. We do not know if they prioritize certain years over the others, right? So the internal mechanics of that methodology has not been revealed. Of course, they know they have their own reasons why they do not reveal that. Maybe the business, maybe they want to purchase certain things, whatever it may be. They did not reveal the internal mechanics of the methodology. But from what we know from the methodology, right, we know that this data comes from external data, first of all, publicly available data that are in their references in the reports, and then their own customers. So everything we're talking about here, right? And like I think we can again, because it's money points. If it was like one shitty fintech that only has like I don't know 10k full like 10k businesses subscribe, I don't even think I'll even read the report. But because it's money points, I think it was worth reading the report because it gives us a fair idea. Just the law of large numbers, right? It gives us a fair idea of what's happening in Nigeria, in the informal
It's
economy.
very sad though. I wanted to ask a question that I'm not sure you have the answer to. What qualifies a business as an informal business? Is it stated? Like if Nkechi open shop in Lube, is it considered an informal business? And then she put POS and put this thing.
That's a good question.
So I like assumption again. I'm guessing like
Yeah, they not state it. What kind of analysis?
yeah,
is
I think like so again, when we look at the informal economy, right, we're looking at guys that are not fully employed as per like 9 to 5 guys, or at least like not 8 hours, those kind of guys. Um, so this is based on like the MBS. So if you are not under that category, and you are not 9 to 5, you are not fully employed, categorically, I think then every other thing falls under informal economy. The
even
technicality,
sole entrepreneur.
sole entrepreneur, I think will be considered as well. It depends the kind of sole entrepreneur. If you are labeled as a startup, I don't think they will view you as an under informal economy. But if
Okay.
like you're selling buns and chin chin, I think they will.
Why did you have to go there?
No, but it's true
Musa,
now. A lot of guys are selling
Musa,
that.
if you were to analyze this thing because you've done something similar to this, I guess, or not, maybe not exactly, how would you define informal and formal businesses?
So I would define it by the sector. I think like the sectorial breakdown, right, gives us an idea of what you're trying to say. So again, if you look at it by volume and value, right? By value means the amount of money that they possess. I think this one is even the better thing to look at. The volume is really about the transactions that happen. 10 people came and paid. 10 people might be paying 1k each as against like one person paying 100k. Those are very two different situations. So let's look at the informal economy by value, right? Nigeria's informal economy is literally food and drinks and retail. And that is why I'm assuming that all these people that sell chin chin, like your canteen people, all these kind of guys are the people that I'm looking at when I'm looking at the informal economy. Now, retail and general, I'm guessing are like the markets, women, as per Wusetsu markets or Garki markets, all these kind of people is what I'm guessing they tag as retail. Technically, I don't think it's the best nomenclature, like it's the best name to give them. But I understand like their own position of calling them as retail because in the economic sense, they are retailers, like they're not wholesalers and they're not the final consumers. Like in that whole chain, they are per se the retailers, right? They provide the goods and services for the consumer that comes to them and buys I don't know, the tomato or whatever it may be. So I'm guessing like the market women, the market men, and then your canteens is really what they're talking about when they say retail and general and foods and drinks. That's my own assumption.
That's an interesting, that's an interesting point. God, this food I'm eating is nice. Oh, Chim.
What does it taste like?
Yeah.
That's so good, man.
My guy say, what does it taste like? Wow. So I think what you take away from here is for our listeners to break it down. If you make above 250k in profits, be proud of yourself for you are in the 10% of Nigerian businesses. Don't let all these money launderers make you feel like you're not doing anything. If you make
Bro,
251,000,
they are work 10% of shit.
no. What to say the truth now? So if you make 251k in your small business, no matter I know 251k right now I cannot pay rent, but in that your small business, you are among top
You are not
10%.
living in the right place, my
You
guy.
should pat yourself on the back, my guy. No easy. And if you make above 2.5 million, you are not because you are not popping Azu like the rest. Your monthly profit
It's 500k. If you make more than
you are in 1%.
if you make more than 500k profit per month, you're amongst the top 10%.
Yes.
What's the 1% making?
One
1% is
2.5 million and above.
2.5 million.
2.5
And
million above.
all these tech and Azu
Wow.
people like Shego, they will go pop 2.5 million one night for Friday. Whole business owner go the air am, go they feel like say it's not
They could rotate different ogages.
I'm telling
You
you,
know,
Shego,
guys
Beba,
with people like Sego
2.5 million monthly profit,
said
you're
this
already
also, yeah.
among 1%, 1.3% of Nigerian businesses. Not even Nigerians, Nigerian businesses. That means for Nigerians, you are like,
Informal economy. Take
see,
note.
no matter, guy, free me.
No,
Nigerian
why you
business
won't compare
owners,
yourself to Access Bank? Are you mad?
But
see, no bring that one. Because if, okay, among the informal people, if you make 2.5, you are already in a month to profit and you no launder money, you are already among 1%. Pat yourself on the back. You have already beaten the odds to reach that state.
But
You just
wait,
in a bad economy.
Another thing like I have to take into like I also have to like clarify is that so when it comes to revenue, right? And this tells us a very interesting story if you understand balance sheets. So the monthly revenue, what?
Ouch. Continue.
No, like it's true now. If you don't understand, you don't understand. like
Shoot
so,
you for leg.
above 2.5 million. So like now let's analyze the monthly revenue, right? So that's all that comes before like a bit down, all these kind of things. Earnings before profit and tax, blah 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 blah. Blah. Anyway, so like if you 48.3% of these informal businesses, right, actually get above 2.5 million naira in revenues. Do you get? And like 12.2% actually get between 1 million to 2.5 million naira in revenue. So technically speaking, what I'm saying is that like more than half of the informal economy actually gets about 1 million and above in revenue. So the thing that is eating their money. So like because again, think about it. If more than 50% get more than 1 million in revenues, right? But the monthly profit, 79.4% get between 0 to 250,000 naira. Now, I'll just put it to you guys. What do you think is happening here?
Let me
These-
start.
These businesses, okay, go.
There was an image earlier that you spoke about the distribution of the industries in which this data was carried from, and I saw like almost 50% of it was retail. Abi, I think that explains it now. Retail is all about inventory. Okay, it's 38.4% is about. So if you add the retail plus food and drinks, which is under 15.2%, that is about 50,
That's more than 50%. Yeah.
53, 55% are food and drinks and retail, which we all know are heavy on inventory. So it just means that the business margins may not be as good as it seems based on that. So you because person get shop, no mean say they get money, no be say they own everything. Everything then are
That's
inventory.
that's what
Eh?
I was even going to. That's where I was
Eh,
going to. In terms of like that means they're spending more money on their businesses as per cost over them. How are they surviving? To be honest, like because if your profit is between 0 to 250k and that's 79% of the whole general market, that means a lot of people are living on audio big businesses. Number one. Secondly, you have a potential to die out because if your supplier have an accident or something, your business will crumble before you even reach anywhere. That's just it. Like because
yeah,
you can't
but
be
it's
running
not,
on that.
let's not call it audio big businesses because people that are genuinely doing the business inside Wuse market, they are not there to be audio with you. And G-Boy and Tech Boy, they do audio.
Well, Prince, you might not be there
Prince,
to do audio,
Prince,
but the bottom line is that you are audio.
Yeah, but it's not like it's their fault now. It all goes back
Prince,
to business
what's
costs
really
and
your
electricity.
beef? What's your
You said?
beef?
What's your
See,
beef?
so what's my beef with G-Boys? Are you genuinely asking that question?
No, I'm not asking
No,
what's my
it's
business
every
beef.
no, it's not
Tech.
like beef. It's like take and then you're like
No.
the one that
When I
actually
mention
laundering money.
tech is not. See, I'm talking to the everyday person that is listening to this on their fucking Nokia 3310 or something.
Yeah, they
These
have
people,
Spotify there.
I'm trying to make them know that what you see is not what is. You are a business owner, you're making profit. Tech bros are not business owners. They work and they are paid better than you, yes. But don't compare yourself to them because
They are
among
in the business world, tech bros are cost price. They are basically where the cost
exactly, so they
goes.
are the money you pay before the profits come. So if you're a
Exactly.
business owner, don't compare yourself with a tech
With
bro
somebody that is
that's
a collecting
making
cost
that's
price.
earning in dollars. Don't look at Shego and think that you are not doing well in
Guy,
life.
the way you they
Among
call
business
my name, no go dey make person text.
among business owners, you are actually doing fucking well in this shitty ass economy. You're already top 1%.
Wait, Prince, this you are overtly glorifying, I think, like certain people, which I think should not. So me, again, two of you like come from very good point of view. Like first of all, the inventory position and then the cost position, right? Me, first of all, the thing that will make me really understand what is going on is understanding like, okay, which year is the majority of these data points coming from? Right? Because if it's from 2023,
That's
if
true.
it's the Tinubu like presidency, then I can tell you that like perhaps what is eating most of their profits is the fact that prices is going up too fast. And so like they have their costs every single time that they buy for more stuff, as in to stock up, they are paying more each time, right? So what could have been their profit is being eaten up. So yeah, so what I'm saying is that like depending on like which data because again, what they told us in their methodology is 2019, 2024, February 2024. If that is the case, right, I want to know, is the Tinubu presidency period part of it? Because since the Tinubu presidency period like entered, like since their presidency, especially because of like the fuel subsidy and inflation of the naira, inflation has just been going high, right? So
Yeah.
if that is the case, my own first assumption is, well, it might be that inflation is just eating up everybody's money. Like, so what the Coca-Cola, this, I don't know, 12 packs of Coca-Cola that you might have paid for. I'm just saying, I'm not in Nigeria, so I can't really tell. That you might have paid for maybe like 2.5, right, from your wholesaler, is now costing you 4K. So that's 1.5K that you used to get as profit now. They don't chop on because you still have to get the Coca-Cola. Obviously, you myself will increase the price, but it might not be proportional to like the wholesale cost. Do you understand?
Guys,
Because you're still trying to
increasing the price doesn't even help, because now Coca-Cola, for example, I think a bottle of Coke now is like $250, right? And then
glass,
the crate,
plastic.
glass. What do you mean plastic? Plastic like 5 each or so.
Chineke.
But like a crate, I think a crate would be like
Guy, when I was in
4,000.
Nigeria, it was
5K.
75 naira. Jesus.
Yeah, that's
Are
how
you
long.
serious?
Yeah, like 75 or 100, like, bro.
And he fights for Nigeria like he means it. Anyway,
Yeah, he has been out for this long. Nigga.
like, come on. There's only so much they can actually do, sha. Increasing your price, the people buying, they will not want to pay that price at the end of the day. So I don't know.
Hi, my name is David, and this podcast was produced by What's Podcasting. What's Podcasting is a company that manages the heavy load involved in making a podcast, so the podcasters can focus on exactly what matters most to them. And by the way, for listeners like you, we have a recommendation newsletter where we recommend interesting podcasts that we believe you would like. Kindly check the link in the description for the What's Podcasting link, and don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you.
Anyways,
Chim. You think of
Moment
Nigerian
silent for
problems,
the
and
business.
I say, you think of Nigeria, you just be like, oh, Chim. Small businesses at this point are doing it. The owners of the business are probably doing it out of
it's not
habit.
profitable, bro. Like, it's
It's
not.
not now.
Like,
It's
I
habitual
understand
at this point.
people have a choice. I understand that, but this is not a profitable. This is not a profitable space in Nigeria. Like,
What
let's
do you
even
want them to do?
no, I understand. That's what I'm saying. First of all, that like I understand that people are there because, like, for you to transition, for you to enter the formal economy in a Nigerian setting, first let's take into account that even when we're talking about the guys in the informal economy, out of Nigeria's whole population, according to the ADSR data, right, about 5.3 5.3 million Nigerians are the ones that are formally employed right now. Let me ensure that I'm not lying to you guys, like I'm spewing facts.
But
Like
why you are
in
looking for
in the
facts?
formal economy, sorry, are you talking about like government workers and all those guys?
can you see my screen?
No.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay, chill, let me just share the PDF file so that you guys can see it, right? Let me talk about the ADSR like data because I think so again, Can you see the screen now? The ADSR.
Yeah, zoom in.
Can you? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the data I'm talking about that like Egorp said by the 13th of July to be us. My conversation with I think the head of insights. I don't know, I think she's head of insight or head of operations, like ADSR. Her name is Peace. Anyways, like so using so the ADSI literally basically means analyst data services and resources, right? And they broke down like it was around that period where we were having a conversation about minimum wage, like the June 3rd period, whereby there was the strike, right? So they released this report that I found interesting. And like this is the breakdown of the Nigerian economy, right? Technically speaking. So according to them, how did they gather this data? They gather this data based on the National Bureau of Statistics, like owns labor reports, right? So in the labor reports of National Bureau of Statistics, especially I think in the Q3 and Q4 of last year, when they changed the methodology of how they counted people in the labor force, right? Because if you remember, there was a point that Nigerians like unemployed Nigerians were 3.3%. Then all of a sudden it was like 4 point something percent. Like how? We had that conversation with you guys where we said that
Yeah, one of the earliest episodes.
exactly when we said the whole goal posting. Anyways, so what they're trying to do is like trying to understand based on that like whole percentages, right? Like making assumptions, right? Oh, if our population is 209 million, what is 5% of that, right? So their assumption is that Nigeria's population is 229 million. And so they use National Bureau of Statistics data to now say, oh, how many million of Nigerians exist in the working age. So according to them, right, it's even 63. So 82.9% of first, there are 76 million Nigerians that are currently in the labor force, that are that are like either working or looking for work, and 82.9% of them are in the informal sector without wage. That's 63 million without wage. 4.8% of them, or 33.6 million of Nigerians, are employed in informal sector collecting wages. 3.8 million Nigerians are unemployed. That's 5% of the labor force. 0.3 million are employed in formal sector without. Like, sorry, why the hell will you be in the formal sector and not collecting wages? But I don't understand certain things, but like 300,000 Nigerians, or like 0.4% of the formal of the labor force are in the formal sector without wage, and then 5.3 million Nigerians are employed in the formal sector and are collecting wages. Right. So technically speaking, of course, again, let me just give context. So for the 63 million Nigerians that are employed in the formal sector without wage, it does not mean that they're not getting money, because like it's self-employed and in family business. And of course, if you're self-employed and you're in family business, you pay yourself technically, right? So you do get money, but it's not like the wage is defined in quotes. But the point I was trying to make is that only 5.3 million Nigerians are in formal sector collecting wages. 5.3, we're a population of about 220 million people, and only 5.3 million are employed in the formal sector and are collecting wages. Like your 9 to 5 guys that you're looking at bank, you're looking at, oh my god, like, oh, your 9 to 5 guys that a lot of people are like, oh, are you a 9 to 5 guy, or are you like a virtual guy? Those only 5.3 million in Nigeria exist.
What's the percent?
That is 6.9% of the population. And like even within the 5.3 million, only 1.8 million are working in private organizations. Every other person is either working for government or local government. Only 1.8 million Nigerians are working in private organizations. 1.8 million out of the population.
Even during NYC self, how many coppers do you see were working in private sector? Egorp, sorry, Shego.
I was.
No, Shego, apart from you, how many people where these are graduates, so this is not just any Nigeria, these are all graduates, served everything. They finish paying their school fees, they are free, they have their certificates. How many of them work for private sector? Man, we are fucked. We genuinely are. Because I remember when guys found out I was working in private this thing, everybody they look me like say I be savior. It did shock me. Because everybody there they work for nobody even needs that even good self. Everybody they reason that they will enter inside What's the name of this thing we did close to Old Parade Ground for Area 10, Abuja?
Is it me that?
Now one government this thing, now where all of them they go, most of them, and you could just go work once a week to give coffee. I'm not even getting any skill, I'm not advancing anything. Now just the kiss person, yeah, if your guy like you, they will keep you. Just go outside, go do order for them, go sit down, chill or gist Africa Magic and Big Brother. See once a
You're
month.
not
you have
working
to
now. Oh,
Eh?
chill. Let me keep quiet. Like what? You're not working. You're not freaking working. Or like all these offices that you go in, you're like watching African magic. What are you doing with your life?
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. That they're not still doing anything. So skills are being wasted
I
working
think
in government sector. Eh?
that's common everywhere, Sha. Because
Everywhere where.
like even in private sector where I did my NYSC,
Mm-hmm.
there's a guy that just comes to work and he eats, he eats and plays games, and he has been working there for 5 years, earning his minimum income. And so comfortable. So like it happens everywhere, so
There are people
Well,
that
I don't think it's
there are people that are
comparable.
okay with there are people that are very much okay with being a mid,
See,
like they are okay
how
with being
can you
having a
be
mediocre
okay?
life.
Like it might sound like I'm being, oh my god, an overprivileged bastard is talking here, but like, let's set everything straight.
are you
Like,
not?
But we have to be honest now. You can't compare the private and public sector work outputs. In private sector, you definitely work more in Nigeria.
Yes,
Like
now
it's not
that
comparable
one,
at
that one is
all.
true. But the thing here is like some people like the lifestyle of being just mid. To them, they
what
are
lifestyle,
happy
bro? You're
and
freaking getting 40K per month. What is 40K doing to you?
But
they
not
are.
It's a
now
lot,
waiting they
bro.
see now. It's not
You
easy.
might see 40K now, do a lot, my guy.
What
I
will
will
you
see
do,
that
Shego,
this
in
night.
Abuja? Waiting 40K go do you?
It won't do you much.
For that
That's
child,
Okay,
the
bro.
now
thing.
she go dinner
But,
this night. They tell
You
me.
can't even
but
pay
the
your rent
thing,
to Shego. Where you they stay?
but
You don't move out of your parents' house. Where you they stay?
Look
You
at
go
them, look
collect
at them.
50K per month. You no go pay your rent next year.
Now I go move back now.
50K for Uber.
no.
No, mama house. That is
Oh my
sad.
god.
So at this point, I cannot even blame them, which is the reason why a lot
I'm
of
not blaming
Nigerians
them
have,
before it
yes,
sounds like I'm blaming.
yes, of course. Now a lot of Nigerians has the drive to be an entrepreneur or something like that. It can even show from the charts that most are self-employed and family business. Because why would I go and collect 40K from government this thing so my boss will be harassing me to sleep with me? Which kind of
There's
rubbish be
a,
that?
there's a conversation that Yinka, Yinka, if you are listening to Yinka, is a friend of a pod, and Yinka mentioned this on Twitter, and he was like, many of us are not even talking about the idea or the concept or even starting the conversation around pension. And we may not know it now because all of us want to be rich and not even need it. But guy, what is helping our parents or our parents' friends and so many people's parents is the fact that they have pension. Whether we like it or not, it's an important conversation and nobody is
That's
having
a
it.
Egorp,
very scary
there's
thing.
a
The way you now
challenge.
said it.
Like so, from a monetary standpoint, right? Pension will always, when we're talking about fiat currencies, right? Again, when we're talking about fiat currencies, because pensions are in fiat at the end of the day. When we're talking about, and by fiat, I mean like your naira value or whatever. If you're in a country that uses euros, your euro value, like the actual coins and notes. When we're talking about fiat currencies, your pension is given to you. Let's imagine like, oh, out of your salary, they collect 10% and they put into your pension, right? And you worked for 20 years. So 10%, you have substantial money by the time you retire. Imagine you were working since 1994 and you retired in 2014. The value of your money, of that money in 1994, like your pension money has been wasting away, technically speaking, right? And when they are paying you back, so Pencom, like the pension commission, that house your money and like use your money to try and like
Mhm,
the government regulates what they can do in terms of securities. Or can they invest in stocks? Can they invest
mhm.
in crypto? Or they could regulate that. So they invest in like low risk assets at the end of the day, right, to ensure that like the money will not go away. But like technically speaking, you're in 1994 and you're saving 10% of your money up until like the end of Obasanjo's. In fact, the era was period, right? 2011, where he died, unfortunately. For 1994, 2011, your money was okay. But guy, you now get to like Jonathan Buhari and now Tinubu. What is the naira? Like naira was being exchanged, $1 was being exchanged for 100 something naira before. Your pension is still being saved in naira. You have lost. It would have been better for you to
You
even
have
retire.
lost. Yeah, you have. I know, right? But the
You can't do
idea of
anything with your
having,
pension money, bro.
but the
You can't
idea
do
of
anything.
having it, nigga, the idea of having a pension actually puts you in a position where you are feeling at least safe. See, doesn't matter. Some
So
money is always
you're
better
taking
than no
okay,
money.
Egorp, you're talking about
And
the idea of a pension. Me, I'm talking about the quality of a pension. I can
that's
I
a
can
good
be
thing.
having a pension, but if I
Mm.
retire and like inflation is what 70%, what the hell is my pension going to do for me? I might as well like I'm broke. I am broke because maybe
You
like I've
are
saved 30
there's
million naira in pension. Maybe that's my 2 years rent. That's the truth.
there's there are initiatives, right? So my mom was telling me about a thing where they use their pension to buy houses. So they just sign a deal, and then the pension body uses their pension basically, no matter the amount, whether it's 8 million, 24, 30, they take out of it to buy a house for you in the current state. Now that's one way they can at least, the money would use valuable, at least now use it to do something. So they do that deal that helps them, at least for civil servants, the ones I know. um I cannot deny or accept if my mom has done this. I don't know about that. However, I know that that's something that she has discussed with me about people in her office
So,
too.
in conclusion, will you rather take the risk and the top 10% by making 500k profit a year, in which your business can go under any day due to the margins that we discovered, or will you rather just shut the fuck up and work for government and secure your old age with pension? These are the questions.
Uh,
These are the issues.
I would I would take a risk and work.
Mm-mm. What is wise is go to that same fucking government job, sleep with your guy. See, I'm being satire in
Ah.
case you don't know. Calm down, calm down. Work, barely work.
From where to
Wait,
where?
clarify that's
Take the
basically
risk for
talking.
yourself. Take the risk for your business, but secure your pension. Does that make sense? We're trying to leave the matrix here, but all of us here get jobs.
No. Hey, let's create
No,
ethical.
that's what I'm trying to
Let's
say.
create. No, we are leaving the
Do
matrix,
a
but
work
there
and
are
work,
ethical
build your
codes.
business
There
while
are
working a
ethical
job.
codes to which you live your life, bro. Like you
Say what?
can't just. Eh?
What did you say?
There should be ethical codes by
No,
which you
now
live
I
your
was
life.
being satire now. How about
Okay.
what have I said here that I'm serious? But
So
what I'm basically saying
now
is that
that he
by sleeping your
concludes,
boss, by
yeah,
sleeping your boss, I meant like
How
do
is
bare
like that
minimum
boy
at work.
20 million? Just open our mouth. Wow. Oh,
What happened?
like that boy now. Oh, 20 million man. Are you $15K dollars? Are you who are you? Sorry, please. Sorry for
Don't
the
mind them.
continue.
So what I'm saying is like hold your job. If you can get a government job that gives you time, hold that thing. Start to gather your pension and work on your business on the side. There's no shame in that. Go and fucking read Richest Man in Babylon. Me and Shego read that book yearly. Very good, but I think that's the personal best financial book. The book is like earn your shit, earn income, earn salary. Don't hate on 9 to 5. Don't agitate the whole thing. Andrew Tate self was still fucking earning money when he was figuring things out because he bought out the job when he was boxing. So in case you don't know that, so earn money, have normal income, active income, save some parts and invest it in your personal business. That's how you do it, especially in an economy like Nigeria. Your business can go under any day, your job can go under any day. You need both. Do one job, do the bare fucking minimum, and focus on yourself. Thank you.
100%. 100.
Clap.
This thing that I used to say is bet.
Word.
he's saying bet, not bed.
I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is bet.
It's BET.
Bet.
Egorp,
Yeah.
Musa section is done. Start talking now.
No, I'm done. Like I'm done now. I have
You
brought.
know, Egorp cheated
let's,
his way
let's,
through. Like, he
let's
just
get into
muted
our
his
let's get into our
mic.
week.
He just
Musa said
kept
he
shut.
has no. Musa said he has 1 hour. So let's get into our week. How was you guys' week?
Who now?
I
We
will,
starting?
I will go first. So my week was calm. Whew, it was
It's a
calm.
lie.
I've been
Week no calm. Egorp don't want to talk anything.
I did talk
Musa,
now.
Egorp watch up this 30k. Say my
Egg
week
of the
How?
count rewards like one by one.
this is his first calm week. See, we started this podcast. 21 episodes later, when
Egorp no
some
course.
people
Egorp
became,
no course for 1 hour. This is
I'm
a
telling
clean
you,
podcast. Clean
my
podcast.
week was calm.
Oh my god,
Scream at
man.
Egorp, all it took was minimum wage.
Yeah. Last time I checked, people are protesting for this. So calm down.
And
Let me
that is
be.
what you are behaving yourself to get. So you see,
Yeah.
some love it, some don't. Life.
It's life, man. It's life. So what I was going to that this week was calm in terms of I just go out my business obviously. I know not my business. I on Wednesday.
Your business is 250K profit business. Are you the top 10%?
Nah, I'm not top 10. No. My business is probably not the bottom though. I know my business is not the bottom, but like what I'm saying is this week, I went for an ice cream thing with a friend. It's not a date. It's just that like I got to know her more in church, and then I went for an ice cream. We just sat down, had ice cream together. I was like, it
In
was really calm.
church.
Yeah, I just wanted to know her more. To be honest, like
You
she
Ah,
felt
want
like
to
an
know
interesting
how
person.
much?
She's an architect,
Nigga, you're learning.
What do
I
so
love that.
no, it was. You see, to be fair, right? She has good humor. There's one thing that happened. So she was like, oh, she's trying to design something for the Nok tribe, and she's doing. She's because she's an architect, so she's trying to design like a whatever for a Nok tribe. And I was like, oh, that's nice. I have a friend who knows a friend, and then I made a joke, pretend like I
connection
speak.
boy.
Pretend like I know I speak Nok, and I was like, I spoke gibberish, and I sent it to her in a voice note. And then in my mind, I was like, damn, I just did blah, 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 and I sent it to her. That, oh, I just spoke to my friend. That's what he said. I'll translate it to you after. I didn't know what she did. In my mind, I was like, I am stupid. Do you know what she did? She replied back speaking gibberish. And she was like,
Egorp no
yeah.
fine wife.
She replied back speaking gibberish. And I was like, yeah, I think that's what he meant. And my mind just blew up. And I was like, what? What?
How excited were you guys?
From ice cream.
Egorp was jumping.
Let not talk.
I was excited, man. I was just
Guy,
I
you know
was
you want to say it. You know you want to say it. Why you
Egorp was like, fuck.
Seriously.
I was excited. No. I was I was very excited.
You know,
I
you're
was
fucking
very
excited, guy.
yes, I was.
How excited were you, Egorp? Use
I
the
was
words that are
really
coming
I was ecstatic,
to your
man.
mind.
I was ecstatic.
Egorp doesn't
Egorp
have
is
enough adjectives.
ecstatic. Oh, gee.
See. Egorp doesn't have enough adjectives. Egorp adjectives don't pass fuck. I'll fuck it. He's just smiling and saying I was excited, man. I was very excited.
In a big deep into the vocabulary.
Oh my god. Oh. It was good, and then we just kept on talking, and then on Sunday, I was like, hey, what's up, Mo? Do you like ice cream? So I know she likes cake. I was like, do you like ice cream? She was like, yes. Let's go for ice cream now. She was like, okay. What date? And I was like, yeah. And it was nice. I canceled the first day, but then we went the next upper week, and it was good. We just had ice cream, got to talk, and then she used to stroll around her campus. I was like, hey, just take me one of those your strolls. And she was like, yeah, now let's go. Yeah, she's a master's. She's doing her master's in architecture.
How you take
I have
final?
a question.
Okay.
Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you, Ego.
Yeah.
People who want to decarbonize, or who want to whatever the fuck they call it. I think it's carbon emission. Are they trying to save the world or what?
Mm, I think he's not necessarily saving the world, but he's finding another source of energy. I think the primary goal of decarbonizing is basically diversifying the energy source that we have on the planet. Like that is a goal that is better. That is the idea of saving the world is too big for just a group of people doing that. Even though the
So,
idea is you reduce carbon emission, help I'm coming. Reducing carbon emission also helps the world and helps like making it easy for us now like low
so they're trying to clean energy, right?
yeah, they are driving towards clean energy and diversifying the source of energy that
Okay.
we have.
So I want to finalize something for one guy. Let's discuss further and get to work on improving whatever side, so we can, what's the word now to add there? We can we can inspire more people to work towards clean energy or
Guy,
what?
even the way you're saying it, you don't even believe in it, guy. Just one
Bro,
more.
like
Capitalist.
Shogo does not keep any
There's no passion in the voice.
Oh my god.
shit about what he's talking about.
so that we can clean the energy and nothing concerns
Like,
Shego.
You
I
know those
just
kind
want
of projects that somebody says to you, I was like, oh, I beg, I need it by the end of the week.
Shego, they read essay for us so that we can clean and reduce carbon emission of the energy.
I just want to close the nigga. You know that
Shogo's prompt would be, what the fuck is climate change?
everything concern me. You go build website or not? Build your website, make I check.
Shego, when you want to get that proposal, when I was a boy, that's where you go start.
I know the right proposal. The guy reached out. And I want
And I
to
even
convince him.
we are now. Just be positive.
Shogo. Did they reach out to Shogo?
Oh my god. Anyway, that
How
was
do you meet that? No. You're not going
how
anywhere.
do
How
I
do you
mean?
meet that? Yeah.
So we're in church now, basically. Where should go?
Just continue talking. It's conversation.
We're in church. We're in this. We're in the same service unit. We're in the same service unit in church. You know, I was just making fun of her that she's still a student and I'm not, and that kind of pee. And she was just like, "Oh my god."
You're making fun of the master student.
Ew.
It was just I think one interesting thing about her is like she has a good sense of humor, and like it's just being man, like having that is just
Back
good.
to the story.
Okay, so we went for ice cream. We then stroll around, just had like a conversation, like what keeps her going, what like basically what is she interested in as far like what does she look forward to, that kind of p. I just came out call like, hey Mo, like we are having this conversation just
I know
because
this
you're
Mo.
interested. That's what I call her. Is a pseudonym. Is a pseudonym. I'm not going to say her full name on this pod now. Nah.
Is a lie. Be like say na motherfucker they call person. You don't change motherfucker to Mo. This guy, I know your ways.
No, nigga.
You want to
Nigga, I didn't do it.
I got what starts with an M and ends with an F.
Morpheus, is that what you want to say?
No. Mother and father.
Okay.
It doesn't end with an F, too.
No mind down.
I don't know. Wait. What word actually ends with an F?
You know it.
No. Like, no. What English word ends
MF.
with an F?
MF.
What's an MF?
MF, Mountain of Fire.
I go was going through Jesus today.
So all that was there was monetary motivation. Egorp don't care about going to prison, but he cares about money.
When they go meet person for meeting now, I go just tell Egorp, I beg, I go pay you 50k. No talk any swear word.
I would
Egorp,
shut up.
Would you like to do double or nothing?
I would like to take something. Thank you. I am not that greedy.
But Egorp, I want to say something, but
Yeah.
you can end it right now so you can talk freely. Let the podcast be more interesting. I'll pay you. But all I want to say is next month, my pops is going to be here for a week. I think I'm going to be with him for about 2 weeks or so. So for 2 episodes, I beg, no effort. That's all I'm saying. Egorp, I'll give you the money now. You can say anything. My pops will be here for about 2 episodes or so. I know one report podcast. I'm people are chill, dude, but like, Egorp no get limits.
I get limits. As you can see, I have limits now.
Egorp, I'll transfer the money to you right now, guy.
No problem.
Assure me.
I'm assuring you now. I will behave myself the way I'm behaving myself now.
Popsy, that the priest will be like, these are your friends?
Oh boy. No, when he comes, he will see the mic first. He'll be like, oh wow, there's a mic here outside, now, for my morning meetings, everything. When podcast time comes, I say, actually, I have a project I'm working on my friends. I will speak on issues. I'll tell him it happens live. I'll tell him it happens live so that he no go no say na a podcast episode. Because that guy, my father already listen to Eminem. I beg. I know me. My father is dope guy. No be old man.
Be scared of Egorp.
Exactly. Why is this scared of me?
Hmm.
I learned from Eminem.
Eminem has record label.
Your
I have
brother
was podcasting.
is jamming to Slim Shady.
So now your intern will defend you for court. I mean now.
I will defend myself.
Eh?
I will defend myself for courts. I faced a lawyer
Okay,
personally
so
before.
that's the deal. Egorp, I'll send your money right now. Just those 2
Okay.
weeks. I beg.
Okay.
Fun. This is
So-
fun.
You see, this is
Mm.
fun. This is not fun.
Bro, that's what this nigga told the lawyer. Oh. Like, lawyer was asking him serious questions, and he literally told the lawyer, "This is fun."
Wow.
Nah, he pissed him off. He pissed the nigga off because the guy was like, he was talking to me and he was just asking me, so what is this? This is that.
What's
And
the
you're
name
going
of the babe that caused all of this? What was she?
to my ops, my ops, my ops.
You're upset. Eh?
If my ops in it, I'll stick with that.
Are you sure she's
So-
not
You're a
a?
bastard, Abi.
She's not a particular B word.
No, she's my ops. She's my ops.
He said, no, she's my ops. I said, guy, we feel go invite her for the episode. Musa, do you have a number?
What?
I get that number now.
I won't
Guy,
be in
I
that
said, if we invite her for the
I-
episode, guy, Ego will just give us money and start to finish her.
I would. I would.
I go tell her, see guys, I will pay you the 30K now.
Okay, for context, for our new listeners, Egorp had a previous company and one of his co-worker or co-founder
Founder.
or
Yeah.
his co-founder, she took the business from him legally. She had money to pay more than her sugar daddy or her boyfriend. And she shall get lawyer fast. Egorp get prayer points. Finish her for table, collect the business for an eye, collect clients. So that is the lady that we're referring to as a B. And Egorp is
Yeah.
trying to restrain.
Egorp will technically refer to as that, but today for
some wild reasons.
for monetary reasons.
Yes.
There's something I want to be. You guys are forgetting. You're talking about our week. There's something that I look like. At least, let me just put it out there. If for any other reason you want to do anything, like let's say you want to build something or you want to do something, find somebody doing it that you don't like, and then determine yourself to beat that person. Like tell yourself, I would not lose twice in a war. When I'm-
What?
as simple as that. I lost the business and I felt like I lost in that case. When I left everything. To be honest, I walked away because they gave me an offer and I was like, you know what, all I want is this thing. That was the newsletter and I walked away. I was like, take 60%, take 55%, give me the newsletter. That's the only thing I want. And I walked away with it. Right. And I told myself, I cannot lose twice.
Wait, so you
I
have 35% of our business right now, be 45% of our business.
No, it was just total revenue. Like it was just revenue at that point. So
Okay,
we
not
just
equity,
shared revenue,
okay.
no equity, nothing. But just revenue.
Imagine.
And I told myself that see, I cannot lose twice. At first of all, I felt like I had disappointed people because people looked up to me as being a guy who knows his shit. And I felt like I disappointed my closest friends and the people who trusted me.
What was the
to
name
make
of
such
that podcast? What was the name of that business? What was the name?
It was. I'm not going to mention the name here for any reason. I'm not going to give them credit.
There's nothing there's nothing illegal about mentioning name of a business.
No, I don't want to give them credit at all. Like
Okay, I understand. I think
You get one Egorp, you get one word within your mind. It a ring. One word.
no,
Talk up.
but like that's just it. I'm like, don't lose twice. And the one thing a friend told me was like, see, guy, I know you are thinking to yourself, well, you don't want to get into competition. He's like, look around you. Everything is competing to survive. If it takes that you compete to survive, do it. Yeah.
Musa,
Anyway, that's
I beg, let all of us agree to give Egorp his money. Let Egorp come back. I want Egorp on this podcast. This guy is vexing me. This guy is killing my vibe, guy. No sacrifice our pod. Shego, we are convinced Egorp can do it. Let all of us agree to give him the money after the episode. Egorp, we need you back. I beg. Egorp, please.
I don't trust you guys. I don't trust you guys.
No, personally, I've already said so. I'm a man of my word.
Yeah.
That's Kiki. Kiki will give you. Kiki might give you 10, but you have to pay us back 20.
I don't agree.
That's a viable business.
That's smallest.
Okay. Anyway, that's what I think. And then during
she had you more. Then how did what's
Who?
the pickup line?
Who? Is it the babe I went for ice cream with?
Yeah, the move.
Oh. Yeah, it was just a friendly talk and all that. It was nice. Yeah, and that was it, to be honest. We're
Shogo,
going to
mute
see
your
in
mic.
church. We're going to see in church usuals now. Not no much, nothing P. But that's the crux of it, to be honest. And then during the week, I have been recently, to past 2 3 days, I've been trying to get partnership with what's podcasting and different events that are happening. The goal for me is to partner with these events, make friends with the founders, a team, because next year is the year I believe what's podcast is going to make the most profit, at least after now. But right now, I'm just sacrificing money and just waiting for, hey, I want to be partner with you, even if it's merch, give me merch. As long as I put value in one way or the other for you, I'm cool with that. And that's
Big egg of
that's
the Babiala. I beg, I need your share.
that's basically the goal. And I basically I'm in talks with 3 different people: UDC, Flutterbyte, and a World Usability Day event. And I'm trying to like close those contracts with them. Hopefully, that works out. But yeah, that's I think for me those are the highlights of my week. Just setting a contract, and I had a new intern, so now the intern is going to be handling editing.
I have an
um,
AI that can do that.
I know.
I beg, guys, let me go next because I have 5 more minutes before I have to
Oh
dip.
yeah, oh yeah, Musago.
My week. This week was good. I thought I had finished the project that we were supposed to work on, but apparently, of course, clients always want more, right? They feel like if you don't die, if I don't suffocate you, you can't have peace. Before
He
I
wants to
pay,
squeeze
before I
out
pay
all
you
their
that money,
money.
before I pay you that money, you must work as in like you must be dripping hard work. Every single hard work you must drip.
Which
So
kind of colonial vibe be that? It's not like one slave master. I say it must be dripping hard work.
you know,
Like when they
I'm
cut
not
you.
Egorp. I'm not Egorp.
What?
Ew. Wow. He cannot even do comeback. He say what? Person go shout. Say now what?
First you supposed to say MF. You MF.
I'm
You
pushing.
F you. F you.
No, I'm not. I'm not that. I push my employees and my teammates. I push them more to do more.
And
I
you push
don't.
them to.
Hmm.
God is good.
Uh,
So Musa continue.
yeah, so like that. Actually, like in some minutes again, you guys remember Sesute Abi from FA? Mindful
Yeah,
break. I'm actually
yeah.
going to have a conversation with him like soon. I just want to hear. I don't know me. I talk to like everybody and anybody. Last conversation I had, was it this week? No, it was last week. Ending last week, it was one I'm saying. And I don't know. I just think people are fun and very interesting. Also, I like to hear their stories. So aside work, that's what I did. And yeah, this week was actually too fast, in my own opinion. I was just working all the time. And I think next week I'm literally going to take a 1 week holiday. I'm going to send Egorp 1 week evening due ahead of time, go offline, like disappear.
That's what a big man would usually do. Go on.
Exactly. Only big men can afford to do that. Privileged.
Uh,
You know.
Shut up, shut up, shut up.
God, that was close.
Oh God, why
Egop,
did I
Egop is muting to see it. This is a
say
man.
I'm not.
that?
I'm not meeting to say. I'm not meeting to say. That was close, man.
But yeah, that's. Anyways, guys, check out the Musa Wed podcast and support me.
Yeah, who did
Almost
you feature
podcast.
recently from that place?
Who that what?
Who did you feature recently on the podcast?
The most okay today an episode came out like one guy I met in Barcelona, but before that the person you know is Wana
You say
Omosen.
from FA.
Wana Omosen, Wana Omosen.
Oh, how was that conversation? Because when you interviewed Jemima, you just fashy the rest of us. Now only Jemima, you just shouting, Jemima is this. No, it was Uzo. Uzo
It
is
was
this, Uzo is that.
Twins you never forget.
I will never forget to that thing pay me.
Jesus
So
Christ.
why I never hear about your latest interview
I publish it on my start. I always publish the people I'm going to talk like
and live of the podcast you the ginger Uzo for yeah. Why you know the ginger these latest ones? Eh?
First of all, Uzo was the first podcast that I entered 4 hours. So me and like
Eh?
Uzo
Which
like
hours?
oh,
I never listen
you
to
don't
him yet.
cast yourself, you don't even listen to her. Look
I
at
never
my
listen
phone.
to him, guy. 4 hours.
And I listen to it now. I heard it.
So yeah, like my own. So the reason why I never expected the conversation to reach 4 hours, but like we went quite deep and we were talking about like very very interesting topics, like very interesting topics that I did not expect I would talk with Uzo about, you know. And I was just like, yeah, like I don't know, I just felt like I knew her more. In FA, we're not really young like that. It's not that we're enemies or anything.
But
Like,
how far? Do you guys see chats?
yes, now, like recently, Seth on Sunday,
Recently, last week, last 2 weeks, or when?
On Sunday,
Okay.
Respect. So this last one, how many minutes?
with one night was like 2 hours, I think.
When I no go
No,
deep.
but one my guy,
Okay, that's
I
true.
find get on a clown. Like we just did every time we did talk, we just did laugh. Is it that laugh or we're talking about our professional lives? Like one of the two.
Respect.
What about the one with Prince Uche?
Now, all good.
No, me and Prince, our latest chat was the fact that we did not believe Spain could win Germany, but somehow they did.
Hey, we're not here to share chat.
Did Portugal lose?
Of course.
Of
Ah,
course.
this guy.
I'm telling you, the guy, the lost. Like, see that Tony Cruz, don't have fire him. Let me start from there. That's where my week starting from. So, punish Tony Cruz. You know you are going to retire today. You go break Pedri leg. Which kind of rubbish be that now? You had one fucking job. Don't injure Baka boys. You go break Pedri leg minute 6.
And our Pedri, he might be out for like 9 months
Guy,
now.
this is Pedri was just coming back for fuck's sake. Kai. Like when you get an injury as a professional footballer, it's actually more mental than physical. Because I'm saying this because I was actually a baller. Egorp,
Mhm.
you have to accept
Yeah,
I was a
yeah,
baller.
yeah,
You
yeah.
guys
I
are
agree.
ballers.
Yeah, no.
Prince,
You una for
Prince was a baller. I don't know what happened to
Coming
the
from a
boy.
man who knows nothing about football.
Coming from a man who's asking
I'm
us
telling
about
you the
Portugal's
facts,
results.
guys. I was
No,
really a baller.
he,
Guy, when
Prince,
I did
Prince,
just
even he was a baller. Prince, we know even myself. I mean, they play ball that time too. Now, maybe I was not that good, but
You
I was.
waiting.
no,
Arsenal,
calm down.
I
See,
go
back
on.
then, I was genuinely a baller. That one I sabi. No thing happened. The thing in my career, GS3 dislocated both knees. That was what happened. The whole year I wore fucking bandages. I got remember that time when I go to tie
Yeah.
bandage for morning. That was the end though. When my leg eventually healed, it was like halfway through I saw my leg healed in FA. While light the see ball, I just they pass back the waka comot. Now why you no go ever see me for big pitch? I dey fear. Now till SS3, like 3 years later from injury, where I can start to play Europa League with them as a finished man. Now why we the watch my always vex? For asset, if you see people wey dey dribble, na only Driss will dribble pass me. I know wetin dey my sabi ball. So when I say football is more mental,
See how Musa dey look
na
up.
Musa no believe, but na the fact, guy. I fit go call people for that
All
school
these
and
are
tell
no
them,
cause. All these cho. But I hope you say Green has
no
not
be
win start
anything.
with three.
So na mental injury, and there's only so much a player can manage. It's really not easy coming back from ACL and all that bullshit and still playing at the highest level. And you just the touch ball, you never even tap ball finish. They already injure you again. Which kind of rubbish be that? As Fati now one injury will come out time. You don't even know in there. So and Ansu Fati was literally going to win Golden, but if you see Hala no did there, he was the clear favorite that year. That was like 3 years ago. So I am pissed that you injured Pedri, not because of the injury, but because of the mental strain as a professional footballer. And that can affect him for the rest of his career. So fuck Tony Cruz, thank you.
Well, as a
So
departing
yeah,
football.
what
Next
has
person.
happened this week?
Peace out, guys. Me and the
Musa tells us to wait like 5 minutes. Let's finish. We'll finish after now. Now, Shego, how was your
Is
week?
that the name of his sister?
Mm.
I go update her for my spreadsheet. I put it as
From
Musa.
where
I don't know.
from where to where now? Just to
Shego,
take
how was
care.
your week?
Oh, guy, the week was so fucking fast. Today I got a deal, like a deal for an iPhone 15. It's so mad.
Nice. What was the deal like?
To pay for the fucking phone.
So that you waiting for?
the money now. Good job, question.
What do you say?
What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for now?
I'm waiting for the person to like deliver and everything. It's coming from Canada,
So are you going to
so
sell your current one?
guy, my phone is
Are you going?
washed, bro.
Are you going to
My
sell
phone
it?
is 4 years old. When that time comes, we'll know.
How much are you
But
even
like I'm
selling for? Your
just,
potential buyer may be listening. That's what I'm asking.
we have bring 200k now.
What phone is it?
11 Pro Max.
Okay, so if you are
Yeah, I'm
hearing it,
feeling like
he's selling.
SC. I know the. I know the.
So he's selling. Musa is for me humble. He's a privileged guy. Musa is Tego is selling his iPhone 11 Pro Max for how
So,
much again? 200k.
who buying GI now?
GI, I will give GI. So GI they sell gadgets. Even Israel too. If he help you, sell, give you your profits. So
When the time comes, let the phone arrive. It's going to get there like ending of this month. So that's a long time.
nice. Don't go giving any of those Ogechi on your contact list. Though.
You want me, now so we did move.
Anyway, what else happened your week?
Guys, steady coding. I didn't even know today was Friday, guys. That's how mad it was.
Last week was
All my
Friday.
holiday don't end.
Ogechi, Marama.
I've not heard that song. I'm not even listening to music this week. I've just been working. That's so mad.
Hard worker. Best in hard work.
Now developer things now. I put
I'm
myself in
also
trouble.
looking for a workspace idea. That's true.
What the hell does that mean?
How to
Workspace
set
now.
up his workspace now? Yeah, just simple. Buy a monitor, buy a laptop holder,
Yeah, just have
and
it
an
scattered in anywhere.
You
no
just they
now.
talk. You know they talk with the price. You just they say buy
Leave
this.
am now.
Like then
Just
I
like
okay.
go
No, you're
on,
saying
Prince.
about to go set up. I don't have anything to about set up.
Okay, like setup doesn't have to be complicated. Most of the people that have complicated setups are people that are ready to spend like too much money for no reason. You get a table, risk a good table, right?
The guy
Table
they
should
talk
be
and I say everything are free.
no now. Like you buy everything in time now. Like my current setup, I bought everything over the years. I don't have it now, so that's basically like you get a table, you get basic things like a table. Okay, you have a table, nice. What's on your table? Your laptop, as usual. Then you get a laptop stand. Then over time, you probably buy a TV. Don't go buy any monitor if you can't afford it because monitors and TVs, the difference is just refresh rate. To be honest, a
Why would
TV
I have
Power
a TV
consumption.
on my
Power
working
consumption.
table?
power consumption their TVs are even consuming less power at this point. So like
Crazy.
you get and a TV Shego, the difference between a TV and a monitor, like it's not as if it's that much. You can have a TV in front of you, it still uses USB and it still uses HDMI. So nobody will even know that is a TV if you don't tell them, hey, this is a TV.
Why
And
did
you
you
just
why did you end up buying a monitor when you had a TV?
because the TV is not mine. The TV is for the house I was in. I rented this house with the TV inside. I bought a monitor because the monitor was a good deal. It was cheap. It was 70k.
Then you come
And
the advise me make I buy TV. Tomorrow now monitor will be good deal, cheap.
no, I'm telling you that
The
like
TV is
the
not bad though. My friend in
yes
NC
now
bought TV. Very and thing big die. The thing makes sense.
exactly that's what I'm saying. Like you buy a long
You
TV,
get a
or
bigger
like
size for TV than
a
monitor.
I'm telling you, and it's the same 4K TV, 2K TV will even give you good quality. Go and buy a 4K monitor and know how much they will sell it compared to a 4K TV. And the fun is that these prices are not like that. What's the difference? Refresh rates, my brother. Refresh rates is what they are using to sell you to 500,000 naira for monitor.
And only
And
design and need refresh rates like that too.
here now, they write code and they watch film. Finish. What did they do again? Like for me now, how many times am I even using the
To chill with Ogechi na your mate.
you even if you 4K TV guy would work for you well because the reason why I bought this monitor is because first of all the original price of this monitor in the market is over 150,000 and the guy was selling it for me for 70k. That's a good deal. Nigga, I took it. I'm like, okay, bring it.
But yeah, the reason why they have less margins on that document. Shego dey panebita office. I don't know what the other side.
No
My
be
highlight,
me.
I just remembered. I watched Brazil game, Colombia, Brazil. Very nice.
By the way, Messi missed the penalty, but nobody's talking
Ronaldo missed
about
the penalty too, but one was actually trying to score.
Somebody was trying to score Paneka and somebody was shooting to the post directly.
Thank you. I would rather miss the Panenka. See, as a Messi fan, we no get stress. Life no hard.
Like
Messi
I
dey
bought,
see as he
I
just
bought.
waka back calm. Ronaldo dey cry. Why they cry, boss? Guy, old man like you, they cry now.
Messi no cry. Messi no cry for Copa America. Like the
Eh?
nigga always
Who be
saying.
this year, guy? Messi na senior man, guy. You know, fit cry when you don't win World Cup now. You know, see the badge for it.
I blame all of this nonsense of Kolomwani.
See,
Ronaldo has lost his last
chance. Messi cried when they lost the Copa America that year. Should have 2019, maybe 2020 or both. When they lost, that's when he cried. No be when he miss PK. Match never end. Ronaldo miss PK, you know they cry. Guy, bro.
No, but you have sent them directly now. That's his point. If they
say
lost, you have sent them directly into like the quarters.
It doesn't mean you will cry now. Match never end. Don't they cry?
Sorry, best in hard guy.
See, the guy's teeth just reduced, guy. Did they compare him to Homelander before match? Bad guy go cry. Nobody they post the meme again. Homelander know they cry for nothing now. The guy just lose the aura, lose some kind of points.
Losing it.
He's out, sha.
I've never heard aura in an Igbo accent like that before.
Igbo accent, aura, leave me. Lose the aura. Wait, are you laughing? Namiro, they laugh.
Papa, hang up. Any words?
Nah. Is that the end of the pod, please? That's the end of the pod now. Thank you all for listening.
Hang up, wait, M for what?
M for M.
We also know that word.
B for what?
B for ball.
F for what?
F for father.
MF for what?
MF for mountain of fire. Thank you very much.
Like not clarity,
really. For the ladies, remember the question we asked. If you don't know what post not clarity is, I think now you have a better idea. When you have realized that there's something more on the table than that word you wanted to get. I can't explain it.
It's not a view at all. It does not exist in the world.
There's this quote, and it says, if you are not always in the constant state of post-not clarity, then you are in the constant state of pre-not delusion.
That is the quote of the year. Personally, I feel people should
push
be in post-not clarity before they like before you hop on podcast.
End of pod. That's the end of the pod.
Okay.
I mean,
Egorp, your voice. Please, if you